Hello, everyone. I'm Zachary Crane. I'm a senior from Chicago, and welcome to my Com 270 final project presentation. Today, we'll be delving into the intricate world of legalized sports betting. We'll be exploring its ethical implications and regulatory challenges as well, with a keen eye on Chapter 14 of our course material that happens to cover all bases in the realm of sports gaming. We'll also examine how the specific entity of gambling and the legalization of sports betting has intertwined with the fabric of sports integrity, regulation, and addiction issues, especially within the context of recent developments over the last 3 years. All right, so first, before we delve into all of the different intricacies of the legalization of sports betting, let's pause to examine a compelling artifact that vividly showcases the prevalence of sports gambling advertisements in major leagues. So right here, I pulled up a picture of Fenway Park, and right in the outfield, DraftKings sponsor. These advertisements aren't merely distractions; they've become omnipresent fixtures within the sports landscape recently. So this is permeating every facet of fan engagement and sports culture, from, as you see here, stadium billboards to TV commercials. The reach of gambling promotions is undeniable, and it's raising critical questions about their impact on the essence of sport and the experience of its fans, really. All right. So now on page 321 in chapter 14 of our textbooks, we really learn about how truly expansive sports betting has become. As now only 1% of bets are handled through Vegas. This is a result of online sports betting. It is very widely popular with young adults around my age, and it's extremely easy to access if you're in one of the legal states. Polls show that younger people aged 18 to 34 bet at nearly twice the rate of older people ages 35 to 54. And so through this textbook's main themes and exploration into recent trends, let's embark on a journey through the three pivotal dimensions of legalized sports betting that I wanted to cover over: its profound influence on fan experiences and sports culture, the intricate challenges inherent in regulating sports betting to uphold integrity, as well as the far-reaching social implications, including addiction issues, as well as broader public health concerns. All right, next, let's look at point one, impact on fan experiences and sports culture. The sponsorship of sports teams and events by betting companies isn't just a financial transaction. It's truly a seismic shift that reverberates through the core of sports culture. Take, for example, the recent partnership a couple years back with Aston Villa Football Club with its gambling operator W88. By prominently featuring the W88 logo on their jerseys and throughout the stadium, Aston Villa has effectively transformed its brand into a vehicle for promoting gambling. This raises a lot of critical questions immediately about the impact on fan experiences and sports culture. How does the presence of gambling logos influence the perception of the game? Are fans becoming desensitized to the risks associated with gambling, or are they simply enjoying a new dimension of engagement with their favorite team? Moreover, this shift has broader cultural implications as it normalizes and perpetuates the association between sports and gambling, potentially shaping the attitudes and behaviors of future generations of sports enthusiasts. So, looking at point two, challenges of regulation to maintain sports integrity. Regulating sports betting isn't merely a matter of drafting laws and enforcing regulations. It's an intricate dance between competing interests and divergent agendas. The legalization of sports betting has opened Pandora's box, unleashing a torrent of challenges that threaten the very fabric of sports integrity. Match fixing, insider trading, and other forms of corruption lurk in the shadows, waiting to undermine the credibility of our most cherished athletic competitions. Also on page 321 of chapter 14 that I looked into, in our textbook, it's brought up the concept of point shaving. So this really involves gambling affecting the performance of players illegally colluding with sports gamblers to affect their performance. This textbook brings up this and other concerns with gambling ties in sport, particularly college athletics, stating that concerns about point shaving and other gambling ties already exist in college sports, particularly when 30% of college athletics bet on sports and 92% of those gambling athletes were doing so before entering college, per Millman 2010. The onus falls upon regulators to strike a delicate balance between fostering a vibrant gambling industry and safeguarding the purity of sport. But in a landscape riddled with loopholes and gray areas, the path forward is like anything but clear. How do we police an industry that thrives on opacity and ambiguity? How do we reconcile the conflicting demands of profit and principle? And furthermore, the challenges of regulation extend beyond legal frameworks. They also encompass technological advancements and evolving consumer behaviors. With this rise of online betting platforms and the proliferation of mobile applications, the regulatory landscape becomes even more complex, requiring innovative solutions and collaborative efforts among stakeholders to ensure the integrity of sports remains intact. My last point, looking into societal implications and addictive issues. Beyond the confines of sports arenas, the ramification of legalized sports betting extend far and wide, touching the lives of individuals and communities in profound ways. Addiction looms large on the horizon, casting a dark shadow over the promise of prosperity entertainment. While some may view this gambling as a harmless pastime, the reality is far more sinister, as addiction knows no bounds, ensnaring individuals in its grip and leaving devastation in its wake. So how do we balance this allure of profit with the imperative of public health? How do we protect the vulnerable from falling prey to the siren song of gambling? As we navigate these waters, we must remain vigilant in efforts to promote responsible gambling practices and provide for those grappling with addiction. For in the end, the true measure of society lays not in the wealth of our coffers, but in the welfare of our most vulnerable members. So in conclusion, looking into the ethical implications of legalized sports betting are vast and multifaceted, touching upon the very essence of what it means to be a sports fan and a responsible member of society. Per page 322 of chapter 14 in our textbook, the diversity of sports gaming options will continue to expand. As we grapple with the challenges of regulation and navigate the murky waters of addiction, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to upholding the integrity of sports and safeguarding the well-being of individuals within our communities. Only by confronting these challenges head-on can we hope to forge a brighter future for sports and society alike. Thank you for joining me on this presentation. I look forward to any questions or discussions that you all may have on this vital subject.